Hey there, everyone, and welcome to the first screencast in how to make a Hangman app. So the first thing we're going to try to do is grab the images or the individual components that we're going to be using for the Hangman. Now, we're going to look at one Stickman image, and you should go to the link that I'm provided in the comments of this screencast, and you should get something that looks like this. Now, you may want to zoom in or zoom out to make it easier for you because we're going to capture individual parts that we're going to be using in 10 separate picture boxes. We want to name them pretty systematically as we capture them so that we know what part they are. And we want to name them in the order that they'll be drawn when the hangman is being created as the game's going on. All right, so I'm going to do this using the window snipping tool, which is a great screen capture application that's built into Windows. So you can find it you can either do print screen on your keyboard, or if you go to the uh, search field in the Windows taskbar and type snip, uh, you'll come up with the snipping tool. So you want to launch that. And as soon as it comes up, you want to make sure you have the camera selected, not the video. And you're going to click on new. Okay. Then the whole screen should go gray. And now we're going to start with the bottom of the platform. And you're going to actually try to draw a box around only the platform portion. So pretty much, let's see, let me try it again. So I'm gonna go up and do that. Okay, and then I'm gonna save that and call it part one. So I'm gonna save it to the project folder of the Hangman app. So let's see if I can figure out how to save it. Okay, so I hit the save icon. That's going to give me, bring up the dialog box for saving, and I'm going to go and find my Hangman project. So mine is not where yours is, so yours is right on your shared G drive or your shared drive. Mine's in a different place. Let me see if I can find it. Go to Hangman. Okay, and there. So I'm going to call the first one uh, Stickman Part 1. Actually, let me call it Part 01, since we're going to have up to 10. Okay, so I'm going to save it right there as a PNG file is fine. And then I'm going to go back to the image. And now I'm going to try to pick the second part, which is this vertical part. So I'm going to go to Window Snipping Tool again. I'm going to do New. And I'm going to draw a box around the platform. Okay, then I'm going to save it to the same place, except I'm going to call it Part 2. So Stick Part 02. All right, and then as you can probably guess, you're going to just keep moving along with the parts until you get all 10 of them. And you're just going to number them as you go along. So this one is part 3. Or part 03. Okay, let me go back. That one's part 4. Part 04, I should say. Okay, the head's going to be part 5. Stickman part 05. Okay, then his torso, the stickman's or his or her torso is going to be part 6. Actually, let me see if I can get it more accurately than that. Any of the arms in it. Okay, that's good. Okay, so for the arms, I'm going to for 7 and 8, I'm going to do the left and right arms, and then for 9 and 10, I'm going to do the left and right legs in that order. So if you're following along and you want to be consistent with the way the rest of the screencast is going, do the arms as part 6 and 7, or I mean part 7 and 8, and then the legs part 9 and 10, and do the left one of each first. So I'm going to do stick part 07. Stickman part 08. And then the left leg is going to be part 9, and then the right one will be part 10. And then I'll be done capturing the images, and then I'm going to do a little bit of editing of them to give them transparent backgrounds and maybe clean up a few spots where I got a part of not just one part, but 2 parts. Okay, so this is my part 10. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is open all, I'm going to close the snipping tool, and then I'm going to open paint.net, and from within paint.net, I'm going to open each of them and get rid of the white space, and a few of them I may do a little cropping to get rid of any other component, extra component that shouldn't be there. So let me go into my folder and I will go and find them. Let's see. Okay, there they are, part 1 through 10. So let me see, make sure that paint.net is going to open. Yeah, it is. So I'm going to open them one at a time. And you can have multiple files in paint.net open simultaneously. They just appear in tabs at the top of the screen. Now, if when you click on them in File Manager, they do not, paint.net does not launch, but Windows Paint launches, you may have to manually start paint.net and then do File Open from within paint.net to get them open. Okay, so let me look at my individual parts. Here's the first one. So I want to get rid of that white space. So I'm going to use the magic wand tool, click in the white area and hit the delete key. And then I'm also going to try to crop it. Actually, I'm going to do some cropping to get rid of the excess white space as well. So with the, let's see, the arrow pointed, I'm going to draw a box around the piece, and then I'm going to do image, crop to selection. Okay, and then I'm going to do file save and click OK. And then I'm going to move on and do the other parts as well, getting rid of their white space and also doing some cropping. So, and if you hold Control and then the scroll wheel, that's a really easy way to zoom in and out of your image. So the square, the rectangular select is the one that you want to use when you're going to try to do cropping. Okay. And still a little bit I'd like to get rid of. Let's see. Can I do it? Yeah. Okay, so that's part 2. And then part 3. Let me do the magic wand first. So you may say, well, you're cropping out everything that's transparent anyways. Well, not quite. There's a little bit of, in the corners, there'll still be a little bit of the image. The reason we want to get rid of the most of the transparent parts of the image is that you're going to be making these be the backgrounds of picture boxes that are going to be on your Windows form that you're going to be assembling as or making visible as the game goes along. Okay, and then I think, let's see, this one, that's the part of the scaffold that his head dangles from, or it's a rope, I guess. So let me get rid of the white. Okay, and then I want to get rid of that little stub that's sticking out to the left. So I'm going to do that, my selection. Okay, and then I think the other ones are pretty good, and I probably by now you kind of get the concept. So just make sure you do all of them and make sure you save them. And when you do save, as you may know in paint.net, you have to hit OK. So you can't just do file save. You have to do file save and then hit OK. And paint.net will show a little asterisk on it, the tab, if you haven't saved the changes. Looks like there's a little more I could take out here. It's better for the rope. Okay, so that's going to be the first part of this series, and you should follow along, and I may answer some questions that I'm going to give you about this video. All right, good luck.